今日炭治郎が来ました。
あいつか。しぶとく生き残ってやがるな。
そうか。じゃあ徹底的にやっていいってことだな。
少々強くなったくらいじゃ柱の足元にも及ばないってことを見せてやる。
Yo, they're so hungry for Tanjiro. They're so thirsty, man. They know he's the protagonist. They know he's the chosen one. I'm not gonna lie to you. After watching this episode right here, I realized one thing and one thing only. I said in my, I think it was episode 1 video that, oh yeah, we're gonna be introduced to all these new characters. We're gonna see other characters that potentially be Hashira level. And you know, they could take this opportunity to see the potential of others, since we only been focusing on Tanjiro and Zenitsu and Inosuke and all that. But no, like so far it looks like the Hashiras only care about Tanjiro. Like only thing they care about training was with Tanjiro. Like everyone else is legit trash in their eye, or like literally either not worth training, or like it's so easy that they like they literally have to meet up at night just to have some real training for themselves. And I'm like, god damn, not even one other person we never been introduced to is capable of at least doing anything against the Hashira. Sure, it makes sense that Tanjiro and someone like Inosuke and Zenitsu will be further ahead, since they have multiple battles against like upper demons and all that, so they have way more experience than everyone else. But knowing the fact that there's some characters that are Hashiras and they haven't even faced the upper demon yet means you can make it far from just talent alone. And the show is basically confirming that there's not much characters with much talent or much potential at all really to defeat demons in general. Not even just talking about the upper moons and all that, and of course definitely not Muzan, but just a regular demon, you know, like there's probably not many that could do that either. But one thing that got me thinking though is, I could have sworn like Inosuke and Zenitsu already started their training or something like that. Like when is the Hashiras gonna meet up with them? Because I know they could do something that might surprise them, that make them try at least a bit more, you know. I'm just waiting for that, because this is really the Tanjiro show right now. Well, yeah, he's the main character, but like he is like the only bright light that they're showing really. Okay, so in this episode we have Mashura, right? He was training with Mashuro's group, only spent like 5 days. Like this man Tanjiro is really speed running through these Hashiras, like, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I can't wait until he meet up the snake dude and the wind breather. Speaking of the wind breather, his brother not training with him. Like what's going on with that? Maybe we'll see that once Tanjiro enters his camp, his training boot camp, you know. But we notice after the outro that Tanjiro's gonna be with the pink hair girl. I think she's doing like what, flexibility training. So I'm expecting Tanjiro to like speed run that in like 2 to 3 days and just move on, you know. I wonder what's gonna be the toughest challenge for him, honestly. I don't know. I'm thinking if there was like a big weak point that he has throughout the training, like maybe it's not stamina, maybe it's not sword play, maybe it's not flexibility, but it's either they need to be like an area that he struggled majorly in, and that's what's like preventing him to reach Hashira level. It's either that, or he's good at everything but is like he's not exceptional at a lot of things. Maybe that's the case, but we'll see how this play out, because it seems like he's gonna be speed running through everything for the most part. And so far this didn't showcase anything in terms of he like struggled a bit and he like learned something new that really stepped him up to the next level. And honestly, now that I think about it, I don't think that's gonna really happen until he started battling against the Hashiras for real. Because I was thinking Tanjiro was gonna show up that night while the Hashiras are fighting each other. Now speaking of the Hashiras fighting each other, is there like a hierarchy in terms of the Hashiras? It seems like it, because they were so eager to 2v1 Mashuro that it made me feel like he's up there in terms of Hashiras, maybe even like top 3, you know. I'm thinking the guy that be crying a lot, well not really crying, but tears be dripping down his face as he speaks. I feel like he's the strongest Hashira, but I don't know, is the way Mashuro was so confident in 2v1ing them, is like it made me think he's like one of the best out here. So we'll see if there's a hierarchy in Hashiras. Like, what do you think is the strongest Hashira? I mean, it's hard to say because it's not like you could just look the way they fight in the anime and then just predict who's the strongest. It's kind of more like your opinion, honestly. Like it's hard to back up any evidence other than this 2v1 one right here. But the only reason why I stated the guy with the beads is because that one moment, I think it was in episode 1, where he like clapped his hands while everyone was arguing and they all just went silent. Like, I think the room shaked and all. He basically made a command and everyone listened. So that kind of like put it to rest for me that he's the best out here. But we'll see. I think we're gonna see more of who's stronger during this arc. Honestly, now I think about it, I can't wait until Tanjiro meets the guy with the beads and all that. Like, I can't wait. I think that's when he's gonna really be facing a challenge, and he really is gonna notice a difference between him and other Hashiras, or at least understand like what he's weak at or what he's lacking. Now, another thing that happened in this episode, right? The 4th demon, right? That man got hundreds of eyeballs searching around like the whole village and everything. What's his goal? What's his mission? I'm assuming it's to look for Nezuko, find her as fast as possible, get her location down so that they could plan their attack at any moment. But the thing is, he has his eyes on Mashiro, so I don't know if that's the case. It could be where he's just keeping track where the Hashiras are, where the strongest characters basically are, and making sure like they don't have any plans against them, or just keeping Muzan updated on their training and how it's going. I don't know, but one or two things is gonna happen. Either this demon is gonna find Nezuko first, or the Hashiras and Tanjiro is gonna find this demon first, and something is gonna happen from then on. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the future episodes. There's only 8 episodes, right? I think the 8th episode is like 45 minutes to an hour long. So that's probably when they're gonna face that demon, honestly. You let me know your thoughts on this episode. Who do you think Tanjiro is gonna face the most trouble with, like have the most difficulty training with, and out of all the Hashiras? That's an interesting question. You let me know in the comments. So yeah, let's have a discussion in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.